Good morning, Scottsdale.
Today we have breaking news.
The food industry is in shambles.
Hunter and Ethan are both posted in the field to give you an insight into how the food you eat looks before being put into your local grocery store.
Take it away, H-Town.
I got to interview Carol Morrison with Purdue Farms, where she follows the old-style chicken houses with open windows, but she has to abide by the company's regulations. Here's what she said.
It is nasty in here. There's dust flying everywhere. There's feces everywhere. This isn't farming. This is just mass production, like an assembly line in a factory.
Powerful stuff.
Now let's send it back over to Hunter to tell us all about industrial chicken farming.
Kylie, I am standing here outside one of many industrial chicken farms, but this looks like no farm at all.
Tyson, for example, is the biggest meatpacking company in the history of the world. The industry changed the entire way that chicken are raised. Birds are now raised and slaughtered in half the time they were 50 years ago, but now they're twice as big. People like to eat white meat, so they redesigned the chicken to have large breasts. They not only changed the chicken, they changed the farmer. Today, chicken farmers no longer control their birds. A company like Tyson owns the birds from the day they're dropped off until the day that they're slaughtered.
In the interview with Paulin, he told us his enlightening opinion. He said, when chickens get to live like chickens, they'll taste like chickens too. What do you think about this statement, Hunter?
I think that Paulin means that when farmers raise chickens the way they should be without putting steroids in them, they will then taste how they should.
So, Michael Paulin said something interesting. There are no seasons in the supermarket anymore. What do you think of that, Kylie?
I believe that shows how industrialized our food has become. Most naturally grown foods have seasons based off of weather patterns, and when a plant is able to be grown year-round consistently, chemicals must be involved.
Now over to Ethan, who got to interview Joel Salatin from Polyface Farms.
Thank you, Emma. Joel, what do you think about what the unadulterated food is doing to the human population's health rather than the animals?
Imagine what it would be if, as a national policy, we said we would be only successful if we had fewer people going to the hospital next year than last year. How about that for success? The idea then would be to have such nutritionally dense, unadulterated food that people who ate it actually felt better, had more energy, and weren't sick as much. Now see, that's a noble goal.
That is a good point. People would get sick less from eating unadulterated food and feel better about themselves, which we should do the same thing for cows. A huge industrial slaughterhouse slaughters 400 cows an hour, and Hunter is there to tell us all about it.
Getting back to what you said about sickness, Ethan, there's a huge problem with the production of cattle.
The animals stand ankle deep in their manure all day long, so that if one cow has it, the other cows will get it. When they get to the slaughterhouse, their hides are caked with manure. And if the slaughterhouse is slaughtering 400 animals an hour, how do you keep that manure from getting onto those carcasses? And that's how the manure gets in the meat.
It is very sad to see that these cows are being forced to stand in their own manure for long periods of time and then spreading disease once in the slaughterhouse.
It is inhumane for these animals to be forced to live this way in a disease-infected environment.
Tune in tomorrow to see the court hearing for the brutal murder of Miss Keisha, tomorrow at 7.
Well, that's all we have for today.
Until next time, thank you for tuning in to Fre Shavacado.